OK, so one of the themes that we have now on internet radio is that you can ring up and you can be utterly, vicious about the presenter's looks. Can you imagine, anywhere else in conventional radio? So I'm all for it. By all means, bring it on. Anybody who wants to have a go at some guy who you think's better off than you are.
I think it's nice to make
And I
an
am,
effort.
in every way, better off than...
I think it's nice to make an effort. I think you perform better when you think you've made an effort, don't you?
Now, looking ahead, after 10 o'clock, we're going to be discussing lap dancing with a gentleman who runs the largest chain of lap dancing venues in the United Kingdom.
I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully he's going to give me a free membership.
Now, I would assume, Fiona, you'll be on my side in just asking this guy whether he thinks that there's some element of exploitation of women about...
I don't think there's any exploitation of women.
Who asked
Why?
you? Of course you don't. Your brain's in your bloody underpants, man. Isn't it?
Why? No, it's not. My brain's not in my underpants. I don't think it's degrading to women.
Would you do it? Would you do it? Would you get up on your hind legs?
No.
Can you get up on your hind legs? Would you get up on your hind legs and gyrate around and sit on some ageing grandmother's pearl-bedecked lap and squirm away and trying to give her some sort of excitement? Would you do that?
Because that's not my chosen career path.
No, did you think it's their chosen career path?
For some I do,
Don't you think they wanted to be actors, actresses, dancers, painters, poets,
Well, then they should have
mothers?
tried harder.
They should have tried harder?
Yeah.
They should have tried harder to do what? The world is stacked against women. I'm ashamed of you, Fiona, and I'm not in the slightest bit surprised about you, Matt, you gormless, wet behind the ears, know-nothing.
Oh, fuck off, you pompous overweight old kid.
You fuck off, you sexually frustrated stick insect.
Fuck this for men soldiers, man. I've worked 12 hours to put up this shit.
And
ridiculous.
good riddance. Well, try this then. Piss off. That was much more unpleasant, wasn't it, Fiona?
Yes.
He's a nice man, though, isn't he?
Yes.
Let's go to line 7. Good evening. You're on Play Radio UK.
Good evening, Tommy. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you, sir?
Very well, thank you. It's Paddy O'Donahue here. We haven't spoken for some weeks.
No, I've missed you.
I was just calling in about the lap dancers. So I was.
You heard me talking to your man, Chris Knight, there.
Well, I did hear. He sounded like he was up for the crack. But what I wanted to see was, I don't agree. Sorry about that.
It's just so poor. When you're talking about lap dancing, I think there's those of us who know that the Irish have a thing spelt C-R-A-I-C, which is called the crack.
Yes, that was a low blow.
Was it a deliberate pun there, sir? Because if it was, respect.
Well, you know what a punjab is, don't you?
I don't.
Well, it's an injection to stop people from making Sikh jokes.
That's not as good as your crack.
Okay, well, I can't win on them all. Anyhow, I don't think it's really exploitative of women. I think it's more exploitative of the men.
Yeah.
If you want to see exploitation of women, there are places you can go for that. And they're certainly a lot worse than most of these clubs.
You make it sound as though they are proprietary businesses set up specifically for men to watch women being exploited. What would that be?
Well, there are lots of places around where there are women kept just on drugs, kept addicted to heroin and cocaine for the purposes of being engaged in prostitution, trafficked from Eastern Europe and other places.
Is that going on in the UK?
Well, when you come into any UK airport, you see warnings about it, which means that I assume that they know this is going on and they want to warn women if they're not sure where they're going to, that they make sure that they take adequate precautions. So I assume, I know for a fact that it was more common in Germany and the Netherlands, but I think it's also going on in the UK.
But that suggests to me, you see, that there could be, in the minds and mouths of someone more eloquent than myself, some kind of connection between the sexual titillation that's offered in lap dancing clubs and the very bottom of that particular barrel, which is the kind of commercial activity that you're talking about.
Is there a link? Is there a link or isn't there? I think there is certainly a thematic link there, but whether I'm not saying that they're the same people involved. I think that certainly if somebody is going to the UK thinking that they are going to simply be a dancer in a club, but they end up in one of those other places, they will be very, very abused and disappointed, because they're coming to think they're going to dance for gentlemen in a club, with plenty of controls to look after them. And in fact, what happens is they get their passport taken away. They get given drugs so that they're addicted to them, and then they get kept in a cellar in handcuffs.
Grotesque business, doesn't bear thinking about. May power to the authorities and men and women of God in combating such awful slavery, which is what it is, isn't it? Slavery.
Exactly. And we have to keep our eyes and ears open, so that whenever we see any kind of a sex trade, that we are certain that the people taking part in it are taking part with their own consent.
Wise words, Paddy. Off you go into the night. Good talking to you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Good evening. You're live on Play Radio UK.
Hello. I'd have to say that Irish accent was definitely fake.
Of course it was.
Definitely fake. I mean, what's all this putting on all these accents from the regions?
It doesn't matter. Anything to tart up a call.
I don't know.
Where do you want to be from then? Don't say Wales.
Well, I'm from Wales. I'm from Somerset.
Oh, you're
a cheeky bastard.
Are you being a bit of a yokel, are you? Okay.
I am from Somerset.
Yeah, right.
Why you say like that for?
Well, I'm just
thinking... You want some cheese?
Because the thing is, I'm good at accents. Do you want some cheese? Sound like that guy in the Mice sketch.
What do you mean? Well, I never heard you do accent. Your accent's rubbish.
I'm very good at accents. I used to do voices. I was all the voices on Jigsaw, which was the BAFTA award-winning children's TV programme. I played a 60-foot-high Scottish giant called Bigham.
Blimey, this is like a walk down your memory lane of your greatest achievements, isn't it, this evening?
You could be here all night until the next century. I've packed so much into my 55 years.
Oh, my God. Are you sure there's room to get you out of that studio through the doorways with the head the size it is tonight?
No, they enlarged all the studio doors here when they heard I was coming.
Oh, you're probably right as well.
Come on, then. Anyway. One more accent off you, then. Let's just see what the most difficult accent to do is. How about a Deep South accent from America?
Oh, my name is Jean-Claude. I am French, and I like to kiss ladies.
That's pathetic. Piss off. Right. Email from Chris D, who's listening in Huddersfield. Good evening, Chris. He says, one thing that Matt needs to learn about the art of broadcasting is that the main talk presenter needs the flexibility to be provocative. It's all part of the entertainment. He often disputes James Whale, and it got a little heated on a number of occasions, even with Mr. Mendoza on occasions. I heard the exchange of words earlier, and you did push him a little, but he needs to know when to use his judgment to duck out or back down. It's a funny business, but there needs to be some respect for the main presenter. Isn't that right?
Of course, Tommy.
Of course.
Of course. Matt needs to know his place.
Line 3. He's learning the game. Line 3, you're on Play Radio. Hello.
Hi. That Eduardo, he don't know how to do no Deep South accent. He's a loser.
Yes, that's not bad. Can you give me a Canadian accent now?
Well, I don't know. I don't exactly know what that would be about, eh?
What? that was such a circus freak of an accent. Talk about a two-headed lamb.
A two-headed lamb?
Yes.
The funny thing about the Canadian accent is that it's kind of like a kind of very they got a very strong R, but they're kind of very kind of light. They speak very quickly. In fact, I found that they often speak very quickly and quite higher voice, but they say a boot, and they always end their sentences with a.
The annoying thing when you go to America is no matter what your accent is, they say that you talk like the Beatles.
I can't do Scouser accent.
No, but you know what I mean.
What other accents are difficult?
Well, I think some people, most people famously struggle with their Welsh accent turning into an Indian accent.
Geordie accent.
No, an Indian accent. Geordie accent. Can you do Geordie?
Well, I would say an Indian accent is more like this. And the way to do it is always to have your voice going further and further down as you go through the sentence. And then you know your Indian accent won't turn into a Welsh accent.
I'll play you a funny clip. Stay there. Have you got a minute?
Sure.
Whereas the Welsh accent sings, doesn't it? It goes up and down and goes up at the end. Yes?
But the way to do a Welsh accent is make sure your voice doesn't go down at the end of the sentence.
Yes. I just want to find this.
I've always got to make sure it doesn't turn into a Geordie accent, because that'd be really kind of naff-like. It wouldn't be champion-like.
Yeah, you've got to think of Dan in Alan Partridge, haven't you?
Well, I've never seen that, and I live in Pearland. So I didn't see all that shit.
Pearland. In Pearland. That's
and
not bad.
Pearland. Can you not hear? I've got a Pearlish accent.
A Pearlish accent? That's
aye.
I can't find an open Internet Explorer page, Fiona, if you can find that for me. And then
I hate when that happens.
Oh, you hate it when that happens, do you?
Aye.
I'll read then, man, away the lads.
Hang on.
Aye.
And so forth, aye. Dear 47 in the house.
Who's?
Who's 1042 in the house?
Aye. Runes all ruined.
Aye.
One of those there.
Is this piece... Have we got a clip here that somebody sent in?
Have we not seen this one?
No. Bear with me, Geordie.
George Parr, you are an investment banker.
I am, yes.
Yes. And as such, you have your fingers right on the pulse of the financial market.
Yeah, very much so, yes.
And during the summer, there's been a great deal of turbulence and volatility
in the market, yes. Tremendous.
Yes. And what is caused that?
Well, you have to remember two things about the market. One is that they are made up of very sharp and sophisticated people who, these are the greatest brains in the world. And the second thing you have to remember is that the financial markets, to use the common phrase, are driven by sentiment.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Well, things, let's say, are just going along as normal in the market, and then, suddenly, out of the blue, one of these very sharp and sophisticated people says, "My God, something awful's going to happen! We lost everything! Oh, my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?"
Shall I jump out of the window?
Shall I jump out of the window? Let's all jump out of the window.
Sell!
We've lost a sell!
Yes.
Precisely.
Yes.
And then a few days later, this same sophisticated person said, I think things are going rather well. And everybody says, yes, I agree with you. I think we're rich. We're rich, yes.
Rich?
Yes.
Bye,
yes.
Yes,
And that's what we call market sentiment.
Yes. Surely we are exaggerating just a bit, aren't
well,
we?
I don't know. I mean, in the middle of August this year, when the market absolutely plunged in London, a well-known city firm, State Street Global Markets, issued a statement in which it said, and I quote, "Market participants don't know whether to buy on the rumour and sell on the news, do the opposite, do both, or do neither, depending on which way the wind is blowing," unquote.
Very good. They're very good, those guys. Are you still there, Geordie?
This was the bird and the Bremner, yeah?
Ja. The bird and the Bremner. The bird and the bird.
Yeah, a bird in the hand is worth a Bremner in the bush.
Very good. Very good. What was I going to say? Fiona, I saw the name Mike Mendoza, who is with you on this station from 8 tomorrow night, come up on the screen. Has he been trying to contact us, or are you trying to contact him, or is there something going on?
I didn't do anything. He flashed up.
He flashed up?
He flashed up, but he was quickly disappeared, so...
Okay, whatever. Now, where were we? Back to our meaning of life quiz. Are you there, still there, Geordie?
I'm in Israeli already.
Nah, that's too sort of Wailing Wall. That's too Yiddish.
Too Yiddish?
That is too Yiddish.
Well, I don't know how I can not be Yiddish if I'm going to do an Israeli. It's more Hebrew, maybe.
The Israelis are very direct people. I only spent a few weeks there, but it's great because if they don't understand you, instead of saying, "I'm terribly sorry, I don't understand you," they go, What?
Yeah, they say what the fuck.
They don't. They just go ma, which is, I guess, Hebrew for what. But
Yes.
they're never. The other thing is they're very, very right. They're never wrong.
Yeah. All right.
There's no point having an argument with an Israeli, at least not the many fine Israelis that I fell into conversation with, because whatever it is that they believe, you're wrong.
Especially about money. Money is king.
That's
is what they say.
Very impressive piece of Yiddish there, wasn't it? Or Hebrew, what is it?
It was Hebrew, Ivrit. It was Hemezumah Hamelech. It means cash is king in Hebrew.
Yes, I've got a book at home which is sort of a parlez-vous Yiddish or Hebrew. And it just is full of little stories and jokes, really, rather than an actual sort of how to speak Yiddish. What's the one?
Leo Rustin.
Yes. Well,
The Joys of Yiddish.
how do you know that? I didn't think anybody else
One
would
of my
know.
favourites. One of my favourite books.
Have
And
you got it
also
in
he wrote Hyman Kaplan,
Have you
which
got
is
it-
a fantastic piece of writing.
Who is this?
It's Davey from Poland.
You
I'm doing all these accents.
You could, but I know. Yeah, I realised that. I knew there weren't 10 of you there. You're not phoning from the frigging United Nations. That's very impressive. Yeah. Have you got it in the house then? The Joy of Yiddish.
I've got two copies, the old one and the new one, because he rewrote it about 20 years after he wrote the first one to bring it up to date.
This is frightening. You're so like
It
me.
is extremely
Yeah. Anyway,
good.
doesn't matter. Where were we? The Joys of Yiddish. Yes, I'm just trying to think of a decent line from it. Have you got any up your sleeve?
Well, there's the one there's the joke he tells about the lady in the train, you know, the old Jewish lady in the train, and there's this guy in the train with a Jewish lady, an old Jewish grandma, and she's going, "Oh, I'm so hungry! I am so hungry! Oh my, I am hungry!" And he's trying to read his paper, and this is disturbing him. So after a while, he thinks, "Well, as well, I'm a young Jewish boy. Got to give this lady my sandwiches." So he opens his briefcase, gives the lady the sandwiches, she eats the sandwiches, and then after a few moments, she says, "Oh, was I hungry? Oh my, I was hungry. Oy vey, I was hungry." So this is the way of telling.
I know what you mean. Very strange. I didn't laugh because I wasn't listening.
All right. No, but I might have started to go on about the royal family, so that, you know, that's a risky strategy on your part. No, I don't know if any of them died tonight.
How would you tell? As they said of Calvin Coolidge.
And Rita.
Was it? Rita
Well,
Coolidge?
I'm not sure. Well, I know she's still alive, isn't she?
No, that was a great joke about the American Vice President, Calvin Coolidge, who was said to be the most boring man in America. And when they said the Vice President has died, he said very quietly, "How do they know?" It was quite a good line. Okay,
Do you remember the joke? Do you remember the joke about the 5 presidents?
Go on.
Which one was it? I always get the order wrong. But what were the 5 before Clinton? Before Clinton, we had George Bush Senior, didn't we? Before that, we had Gerald Ford.
No, you've missed out Reagan, haven't you?
Reagan. Yeah, sorry. There was Reagan, and there was Ford, and there was was it Nixon?
It went George Bush, Reagan, Carter, Ford, and Nixon, I think.
No, Carter. Hang on, Carter was before Reagan.
Yeah, Reagan took over from Carter. Because...
So Carter, Reagan, George Bush Jr. No, Carter, Ford, Reagan. That's right, isn't it?
Well, going in chronological order, it's Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, George Bush, Clinton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't need 5. I need 4 of them. So it's going back from it was okay. So I need Carter, Reagan,
Clinton.
It's tough, isn't it? From Clinton. Clinton. It was before Clinton was Reagan.
Reagan.
Before that was,
oh, jeez.
it was Reagan, George Bush, wasn't it?
I can give you a moment to think.
The soundtrack to your festive season. Play Christmas UK.
Ho, ho, ho. Hello, boys and girls. Santa here. Pipe down, Rudolph. Ho, ho, ho. As you can tell, Christmas in the Claus household is well and truly underway. As with any family, it's a busy time for us too, and sometimes things can get a little heated, with Mrs. Claus always wanting to listen to Play Rock, when all I want to listen to is my favourite festive songs on Play Christmas. Nothing but the season's music from the Play Radio Network. Now, where did I put that eggnog? Ho, ho, ho.
Play Christmas UK.
Part of the PlayRadioUK.com network.
The National Internet Radio Awards 2008 have landed, and Play Radio needs your help. Play 2 UK has been nominated for a top award, and we want you to help us show the world why we're leading the way in the future of radio broadcasting. Only your vote will help us win this award, and voting could not be easier. All you have to do is click on the Vote For Us banner on the Play Radio homepage. Votes are limited to one a week, so don't be shy. Vote for us every time you check back into our website, Play 2 UK and the Internet Radio Awards 2008. Vote now and be part of our future. Play Gold UK, on air now.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older, then we wouldn't have to wait so long?
Play Gold UK.
Gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on. Join me home.
Bringing back the good times. Play Gold UK. Play Gold UK, part of the PlayRadioUK.com network. Play 2 UK, The Tommy Boyd Show.
Right, and we're in Poland at the moment, and David is trying to remember...
Yeah, I've got it written down now.
5 last American... Go on then.
So I'm going to screw it up after all this build-up. Yeah, you got Carter, Ford, Reagan, Bush and Clinton all on a cruise, on a luxury cruise for ex-presidents.
Okay.
And suddenly Carter pipes up, we're sinking.
Yeah.
So Ford says, man the lifeboats. Reagan says, women and children first. Bush says, fuck the women and children. And Clinton says, do you think we've got time?
Yeah, pretty good. I thought it was going to be, what are you thinking? That's German, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, the German one, yeah. Yeah, the German one is sort of, we're thinking.
Yes. What are you
thinking? Oh, you are thinking.
What are you thinking?
Oh, what are you thinking about?
I've got this little clip. You were trying an Indian accent earlier, and I thought it was very good. Very well observed the way you brought it down. But this is quite a good stunt, considering it's the BBC. I don't know if the guy explains it very well. If he doesn't, then I'll stop it and explain it myself. But basically what they're doing is they're getting one Indian restaurant to call another Indian restaurant and order a takeaway. But
all over the UK, whether it be pizza. First one to repeat back. There's quite a lot of us here.
Right.
And it's really confusing to explain.
Okay, so what the guy does is he phones one Indian restaurant and places an order.
Mm-hmm.
Then he puts that restaurant on hold. Then he calls another Indian restaurant
Mm-hmm.
and says he's got an order, and he puts that restaurant on hold. Then he goes back to the first one and says, my mate has just come in and he doesn't know what he wants. Could I get you to read back what we've ordered to him? Okay?
Good.
So, yeah.
I suggest you just listen to it.
Hello, good afternoon. How may I help you?
I wonder if I can make an order for collection, please.
Okay, sir.
Can I have 2 chicken korma, please?
2 chicken korma.
1 lamb Rogan Josh.
1 lamb Rogan Josh.
1 actual chicken danzak.
1 chicken danzak.
There's quite a lot of us here. 3 naan bread, one of those keema.
Yes, sir. 1 keema naan, yes, sir.
1 Peshwari naan as well, please.
Yeah.
And a mild chicken biryani, if you
yes, please. Yes, sir.
And some rice?
How many portions, sir?
5, please.
5 plain rice, sir.
What other rice do you have?
Pilau rice.
I think pilau rice is the winner every time.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you hold on a second?
Yes, sir, no problem.
My friend, I think, wants to add to the order.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a few of us here and we're starving.
Yeah.
Hang on a second, my friend's here. I think, if you could read back what we've got so far, and also he might want to add to the order. Right, so they're on hold. Let's bone Indian takeaway number 2. Hello, can I make an order, please? In fact, I'm going to pass you over to my friend. Wait there.
Hello? Hello? 2 chicken korma. 2 chicken korma. 1 lamb Rogan Josh.
1 lamb prawn josh.
1 chicken dansak.
1 chicken dansak.
And 3 plain naans.
And 3 plain naan.
1 keema naan.
And 1
keema naan.
keema naan.
1 Peshawari naan.
1 Peshawari naan.
And 1 chicken biryani mild.
Chicken biryani.
Mild, yeah.
Mild.
And rice 5 portion.
5 portion rice.
The pulao rice.
Pulao rice?
Yes, sir, pulao rice, yeah.
Okay.
Your name?
No. It's okay.
You don't want that one?
Okay, give me name.
Your name, sir?
What is your name? Hello?
Yes, sir.
What is your name?
Rana.
Rana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
What is your name, sir? Give me a telephone number and name.
My name?
Yes, sir.
My name Ali.
Ali, and your telephone number, sir?
Your telephone number?
Yes, I want your telephone number.
Okay, give me telephone number.
I want your number,
So my number you phone in it?
No, I don't phone. They called me from there.
You phone in the takeaway?
No, sir. Your people called me, sir.
Oh, I don't understand this. You phone, you talking now, you say your number, you want a number. You from India?
Yes.
You speak Urdu?
Yes, very well.
आपने phone किया ना?
Yeah, see, they kind of, yeah, it's good. It's a good stunt, and it nearly works quite well. It's worth trying it a few times. I might try it here, actually, just for the sheer...
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of that magician that sets off the Grand Masters playing against each other. And they think they're all playing against him, and he's remembering just the moves and going around in a circle. Have you seen that one on YouTube?
No, I haven't. No? How do you get that on YouTube?
Oh, golly, that's... what's the name of that magician on TV, on British TV, who's on TV an awful lot?
American or British guy?
I think he's a British guy. He's
the fellow with the beard. Neville... Looks like Noel Edmonds. Gay.
No, a younger guy. I can't remember him having a beard. But he's on British TV. He's a British magician.
Is he a magician or a sort of a mind bender?
A magician, but he always kind of explains what
He's got a little goatee. He got a little beard.
I don't remember him having a beard. The problem is I don't remember his name because I just saw it on the internet. But if I do find it, I'll look it up and see if I can find it, and then link you in another time.
You're very kind.
That's very clever stunt that he pulls on all these grand masters.
Sounds good. I'll keep it. I'll look forward to getting that link. Many thanks.
You too. Good night.
Good night. A very nice man. A very, very nice man. Talking about the meaning of life.